Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Center Report, a Sunday night news and nonsense report. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I've been very, very busy, as you can imagine. However, for tonight's show, I have a very special guest host. But before I transfer the microphone, I need to turn down the volume.
Turn down the volume! Why? That's right, it's another news and nonsense report. And believe it or not, it's actually Monday night, not Sunday night. But I guess that's when you're going to actually put that up, is on Sunday. I'm going to put this up tonight.
Hang on, my left headphone speaker just blew. I tried to warn you guys he's back, but Spatry, how are you?
I am doing great. And you need to upgrade to those industrial strength headphones, the ones that weigh about 20 pounds per ear,
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I tried that 6 months ago, and those broke too, but thank you very much. But, how you been?
Great, working long hours and that sort of thing,
yes.
Long shifts, plus I moved and it took a while to get settled in and that sort of thing. And then of course I've upgraded every piece of equipment I've owned in the past 6 months too. Mm-hmm. I've got a new computer now. I've got a new camera for filming with, and cool. I even picked up a new electric guitar, and now I've been playing with Jack, and I've been using plugins, the Festige plugins, which allow me to use my Windows EST plugins and that sort of thing, and run them through Linux. And of course, then I found some other really cool programs that work great with Jack, and now I can get some really cool amp simulation and that sort of thing. I mean, gosh. So even though I haven't been doing any shows, I've still been playing in Linux and doing a lot of fun stuff with it. I'm still running Linux Mint 13. I love it. But now that I've got the quad core, I'm starting to think, maybe that would be fun to try the KDE now and see how quickly that runs. So I've
got the speed now, sure. Yeah.
Oh man, this thing will chop up everything I throw at it. I love it, love it, love it, love it.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
Good to have you back. Yeah, people have been asking, wondering where you're at, and I said, well, you know how it goes. He's been on the secret CIA mission, trying to, get all those kernel terrorists, in place. But no, this isn't news and nonsense. I just want to make sure I'm on the same page here. But okay, yeah.
I thought you were going to tell everybody that I was in the horse stable.
Well, maybe we'll do that in a future, podcast about the horse stable and stable. I mean, I've been very lucky lately with Linux and trying out new apps, and of course Ubuntu 12.04. I have to, it is not horse stable; it's stable. So there you go.
Well, speaking of horse stable, Microsoft's market dominance is coming to an end, say leading analysts. Microsoft's long-held dominance over the computing sector is coming to an end, say market experts Gartner. The industry analysts expect Microsoft's roost to shrink by over 7% this year alone, and in further research they've conducted, go as far as to predict the Windows maker's share shipping as little as 14% by 2017.
That's not good.
But if Microsoft's grasp is loosening, what's taking up the slack? Simple. Yeah. The march of mobile devices. People just buying these mobile devices in droves. And, Toss, today, it's really funny. During this time that I was on hiatus, I was thinking, geez, when I got my Galaxy S2, plus I had a tablet, I actually replaced my tablet with the Galaxy S2 because this thing will slice up everything I throw at it. And I do a lot of 3D gaming and all this other stuff on it. And I've got a really cool browser. Speaking of which, I'm going to be covering some really cool apps for Android that you guys might want to check out later on. But this thing does it all. I'm amazed. I've got full Flash support on Flash websites. I can do everything on this thing. And, so I can understand why. But also Windows 8 completely rots.
Well, yeah. Well, look, I can't totally defend. I will defend Windows 7 since I dual boot, and it's fine. I think Microsoft rarely get something right, but Windows 7 to me was done right. Windows 8,
Yeah.
it's designed for touchscreens. I mean, it can work on a desktop, but, without downloading an extra extension like a start button or whatever you want to call it so you can toggle back and forth, they kind of botched it.
I have to agree with you there. Yeah. Windows 8, but I just can't believe the amount of videos that I've seen out there where there are more cons to Windows 8 than there are pros out there, which I find, I'm not surprised by that at all. But the thing is, it does make sense on a tab.
Yes.
Get it to work stable. But, yeah.
Well, what I've been hearing and seeing is Windows 8 in some situations actually runs faster than Windows 7. I'm not sure how, but speed and stability, it doesn't seem to be an issue and, a problem in Windows 8. It's the implementation. It's the functionality. That's the problem. It looks cool on a touchscreen. I'll give it that. But on a desktop, like my desktop, and I don't have, now some machines are both, you could have a desktop or a laptop that has both a physical keyboard and, of course, the touchscreen with the swivel screen, which looks pretty cool. But, for the mom and pop person who's looking for a new desktop or laptop without a touchscreen, if you download the extra extension, the Start, I think there's a program called VStart for a few bucks. That way you can toggle back and forth and have it customizable somewhat. Other than that, I think they kind of didn't quite get it right. So, yeah.
But why should you have to pay for all these third-party applications just to get the functionality that you were used to with a previous version? But
why couldn't they just ship it that way? Here's your choice. Why not? Then, if they had done it that way and just hit the super key to toggle back and forth with the start button, we would not be having this conversation.
I had to laugh. Just a few months ago, I was walking through a popular department store. I'm not going to say which, but they had Windows 8 for $65, and I was like, my goodness, they're desperate to get rid of this because you've never seen an upgrade package for that. That cheap, never. Yeah. So it's like, they're
well. I could have got it for $39.99, I believe, to upgrade from Windows 7 to Windows 8. But I thought I'm happy with Windows 7. Those of you who follow my channel, and I call it as I see it. If something is horse stable, as I say, I'll say it. But Windows 7, at least for me, it's stable. Windows 8, it's half horse stable because they got it half wrong, in my opinion. But anyway, let's move on.
What if they were to give it to you free?
Well, I have it free. It's in a virtual machine. It's free is not a problem. I'm actually running it in a virtual box, so it looks pretty cool in a virtual box, but I don't use it every day. All right, moving along. Let's talk a little bit about Ubuntu. Ubuntu, I've been running 12.04. It's great. I believe April 25th, the next version of Ubuntu 13.04 comes out, rearing ringtail. Yes. And I've been running it. I've been testing it in a virtual machine. So far, it looks pretty cool. I'm not ready to switch from 12.04 to the new one because there's no wow features that I see. I'm sure it'll be fine when it comes out. There are some little tweaks here and there. But, that's coming out the end of the month. For new users, I still recommend the 12.04 because it has the long-term support and it's quite stable. So try that one.
Now, let me ask you a question, though, because I was reading a report not too long ago that now Ubuntu is dropping the life cycle from 8 months down to 9 months.
Yes.
So, see, for somebody like me, this is kind of hard to digest because now that means, you're upgrading or installing a new OS every 9 months. And for some people, that's why I highly recommend sticking with the LTS model.
Yes.
I prefer that, and I'm going to stay with Mint 13. Although, now that I've got the faster quad core, I might decide to opt for KDE now that I have a machine that can actually handle it and that sort of thing. And speaking of Ubuntu 13.04, I got another piece of news for you guys out there. Wubi is dropped, and Windows users may lose out on that. Well, that's kind of sad to see that going, because, Wubi makes it really easy for people to install Windows or Ubuntu alongside Windows. Yes. And according to Oh My God Ubuntu, the UK website, they're saying in a message to the Ubuntu development mailing list, Canonical's Steve Langasek, I hope I pronounced that correct, states that the Ubuntu Foundation team does not expect Wubi to be in a release state for 13.04, adding that the tool is not currently in very good shape for release. Right. So, the thing is, I still recommend, if you really want to try Ubuntu, rather than installing it alongside, install it on a USB with a persistent if you want to. I mean, you'd probably end up having a better user experience doing it that way. Personally,
here's the thing. I think that you have done enough videos to show how to use a USB, with the persistent. I think, God knows, I've done enough newbie/dummies videos to let people know that, and I think of all the videos I've done, I think I've only mentioned Wubi once or twice anyway. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that's quite a loss, but I mean, it is an extra tool that's there that will be missed, but I don't think it's quite that big of a deal. So, anyway, Spatry, I have a nonsense item.
Uh-oh. Here it comes, folks.
If for the listeners out there, if this is your first time here, I only pick actual news. I make none of this up because truth is stranger than fiction, right? All right. Well, here it is. This is off the tech news. How to control a computer with a banana. Apparently someone, how to control your computer with a banana. Shut up. Apparently someone created a working keyboard made out of a string of bananas tied into like alligator clips and wires. I'm not sure why you would want a keyboard made out of banana. Well, I guess after you're done working on your computer, you could then eat it. How am I going to finish this today? Okay, but anyway. I guess you clamp the alligator clips, and then touching this gizmo creates a tiny electrical impulse, and the computer will interpret it as a keyboard stroke or movement of a mouse or any other part of your body. But anyway, that's how to control your computer with a banana.
Well, I just put up a video where I show people how to control their computer with their Android device, but with a banana. See? Now, and the thing is, when you brought that up, I was thinking, all of a sudden thinking of all these other uses for bananas, but never mind. I'm not going to go there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if you have a banana keyboard, and you need a snack, hey, you're right there. So, but
the only problem is then you don't have the E key anymore.
No. And then if you get to leave your banana keyboard for a few weeks, you really have a bad, smelly problem there. But anyway, Spatry, that's all I have. So.
Oh boy. This was fun. I really miss doing this, I really miss doing all this. And, you can upload this, Sunday night. I think I'll just upload it tonight. To all of you out there who's listening, please visit Total OS today. He's got an awesome show. And then, of course, Spatry's Cup of Linux is back, and, probably not going to be doing as much in terms of podcasting like I did a weekly show before. My time really doesn't permit for that presently, but maybe I'll be able to wedge something in my schedule to where I can eventually get that back going. But at least I can start getting some videos back up and that sort of thing. Cool. I've missed all of you guys. I really have, and I'm so glad to be part of the community again and to be able to contribute my fair share and that sort of thing. And my thanks to everybody for their support, their words of kindness and their messages and that sort of thing. Thank you, Total OS today, Infinitely Galactic, Quidsup, and a few others out there who really rolled out the welcome mat and that sort of thing. And
welcome back. It's good to have you back. People have been asking, so yeah.
Yeah, and in that time, I felt like, a big part of something was just missing out of my life because, I just didn't have the time to be able to do this. And boy, I'm so glad I've been able to get the ball rolling and just get back into the game again. And so
there is no substitute for fun.
Exactly.
So anyway, welcome back. It's great to have you back. This was fun. And let's try to do as many of these as we can. So yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's all I've got for tonight. You got anything left over?
No, I think I will just close this out by saying thanks, welcome back, and now where did I put my banana split at? It's here. Here it is. Yummy.
You know what? I think I'll try that principle with zucchinis and make a zucchini keyboard.
Going green. Oh.
Exactly. At least we're on the same wavelength there.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you once again, Total OS today, and thank you all of you for listening, and we will see you next time.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.